for us, this is an important conference because the organization that stands behind it, the Libra Group, is a very important partner for the American College of Greece. We have partnered already with them to create international internships for our students. So we have students out all over the world in internships and study abroad because of the generosity of the Libra Group. I think there's great opportunity in Greece for very fruitful collaboration, surprisingly perhaps, between private higher education as well as public higher education, the government and the private sector. And this is something that we are very actively pursuing and think has a lot of promise for Greece.
Admirals is actually involved in a public-private partnership with the Department of Housing and Urban Development. We're the largest Title I lender in the country. And as part of that program, we make loans which are insured by HUD to help finance solar panels and other alternative energy sources for homeowners, as well as home improvements in general. And so that for us has been a very meaningful part of our growth strategy.
Now, from your point of view as a leader of a private bank, what are the obstacles that somebody might face in a public-private partnership, if any?
Government, by its nature, operates a little bit more slowly than private enterprise. There is not the same incentive for government to take the kinds of risks that businesses might be willing to take. They tend to be more conservative. They tend to be bound by budgetary constraints and political constraints that private industry is not limited by. So I think that in many respects, it's up to the private sector to help to lead some of these public-private partnerships, to encourage government to participate when possible, and to take a leadership role. And I'm really proud that Nick and George Logothetis are actively pursuing that here today.
My involvement is I'm part of the Leadership Council, which is sort of like the board of directors for Concordia, and I was asked to join that a few months ago, and I was very, very excited to be part of this. I've gone to the last, all of the summits since they've had them, and they keep getting better. And so the group that they've been able to put together, the former heads of states, the CEOs, it's been a fantastic experience, not just for the people participating in it, but I feel the audience has gotten a lot out of it. We are involved in many of these initiatives, being one of the largest banks in the world, and frankly one of the top 3 banks in project finance. We deal with a lot of countries, we deal with a lot of government, and doing infrastructure building, which is a big part of private and public initiatives, as well as being a primary U.S. Treasury dealership and dealing with the central banks. There's always ways to collaborate with public and private sector, and most of the major global institutions have to do that and probably do more of that in order for things to get done and the wheels to get greased.
What are the sectors that you see more appealing for public-private partnerships? Are there any specific sectors that this model works better than others?
I think it's applicable in every sector. We tend to do more at the bank in the energy space, where we're a leader in, and so we see that more there, but it can be applied to technology, telecom, healthcare. It's not one industry specific.